He was one of the president's men. Now Scott McClellan speaks out about his explosive White House memoir on Countdown with Keith Olbermann, tonight on MSNBC.
Artistic license, one creative way identity thieves are thinking outside the box to steal your personal information.
10. Heeding to the call. How long did it take for emergency personnel to respond to the I-10 school bus accident?
And helping those who help us. How one of the most advanced nursing programs in the Southeast will fill a desperate need right here on the Gulf Coast.
Breaking news, breaking weather. NBC 15 News starts now.
Hi, and good evening, everyone. I'm Kim Thurman.
And I'm Greg Peterson. Thanks for joining us tonight. When you hear the term identity theft, you probably think about someone stealing your credit card, social security number, or other personal information.
But tonight, we've uncovered a new way thieves can steal something far more valuable. In our top story tonight at 6 o'clock, we find out just how easy that is. The harsh reality for one local artist began when she simply did an internet search using her own name, also known as Googling.
NBC 15's James Gordon talked with that artist, and James, if she hadn't surfed the net this morning, she never would have known.
She never would have known. Now, we've all pretty much Googled our names at one time or another, and we don't find anything too surprising. But this artist Googled her name and found that it was being used in a scheme to get into this country illegally. Google yourself, and you could be surprised at what you find.
I had no idea that the U.S. would grant visas if you have extraordinary talent in art.
Kim McCain certainly was surprised. The local artist Googled her name this morning and found documents from Homeland Security that showed someone had stolen her identity. But it wasn't her name that was stolen. It was her art.
What they did was they didn't use my name, they used my art and an article that was written about me and my art.
McCain says the person in the documents was attempting to obtain an extraordinary talent visa by proclaiming himself to be an artist of stature from Mobile. Using McCain's art, he hoped to show the U.S. Immigration Department he deserved a visa. He used McCain's art and referenced a story on McCain that was broadcast on NBC 15. But a few misspelled words tipped off investigators to check more thoroughly. They established the visa application was a phony and denied it. Today, McCain is now far more aware that she needs to protect not only her identity, but her creativity as well.
The only thing I can do is to make sure that I copyright all my paintings, just because I feel like my personal accomplishments have been violated.
In Mobile, James Gordon, NBC 15 News.
Now, Kim McCain is also a co-worker of ours here at NBC 15. She says she was never notified by federal officials of that phony visa investigation.
A Niceville, Florida man has been arrested for stealing the identities of 33 people he sold cars to. Sean McDonald worked as a salesman for a Hub City Ford from June until December of last year. Investigators say he would take his clients' information and open credit cards in their names, then get a card sent to himself as an authorized user.
You know, anytime that you go into a car dealership or something like that, you take it for granted that, if you're going to fill out an application, you give up all this personal information. So it was right there, readily available.
Investigators say McDonald used one of the credit cards to pay for worthless checks he had at the district attorney's office in Mobile. To protect yourself from identity theft while doing business, here's a few things that you can do. Just provide the necessary information. Businesses sometimes ask for more than they actually need. Don't leave anything in your glove box and read the privacy policy. Understand how your information will be used.
At this hour, one man is dead and police are looking for another man who may be on the run tonight. This after authorities discovered a body at a Mobile apartment complex. NBC 15's Jenna Susko joins us now live from the Windsor Place apartments where the man was found. Jenna?
Well, Greg, when police arrived, they had to get a key from the front office because this was a welfare call. Well, when they showed up at the house right behind me, they found a 61-year-old man lying dead on the floor. And at this back porch, they found another man dressed in full camouflage. Now, they say he was cooperative at first. He even sat down and turned over his driver's license to them. So they were able to identify him as 32-year-old Gary Alden Potter. But right after Mobile police began questioning him, he took off. Now, they are still searching for him at this time. They do believe that he is still in Mobile. And what's also interesting is that the victim, who is 61 years old, was reported missing by family in Mississippi. Now, police aren't saying how he died or how long ago this report was filed. We, of course, bring you much more coming up at 10 o'clock. Reporting live in Mobile, Jenna Susko, NBC 15 News.
All right, Jenna, thank you.
Of course, we'll have more on this story tonight on NBC 15 Nonstop News at 10.
NBC 15 News is following up on that terrifying bus crash in Santa Rosa County. Here's the latest tonight. The bus driver and 3 students are recovering at Sacred Heart Hospital. They are still in the hospital tonight. Their bus hit an SUV yesterday and flipped several times across Interstate 10. Amazingly, those injuries were relatively small. NBC 15's Tessa Savoy joins us now live from our Pensacola newsroom. And Tessa, everyone on the bus was wearing a seatbelt, and emergency responders say rescue efforts went very smoothly.
They also say you can never prepare for something like this. An entire 3rd grade class was injured. Their bus driver was pinned in the wreckage, and these children were scared, but these emergency responders were determined.
911, please, fire ambulance. Yeah, school bus just flipped over. Kids are in the bus. We're trying to get them off now. A truck running in the back of it.
The Santa Rosa County Emergency Center received call after call, every one of them with the same horrifying tale. A school bus flipped on the interstate. Little children are hurt. The bus driver is trapped. When emergency responders arrived, they saw how bad this accident was. The sheer force of the collision ripped the bus away from its frame. Broken glass covered the seats, and an entire 3rd grade class, along with their 4 chaperones, was injured.
I'm just on my way to Pensacola right now. It's my daughter. So this is really traumatizing for me to see this bus flip.
But this tale has a happy ending. Emergency responders and passing motorists started working together. And in about 30 minutes, Walker Elementary School Principal Janine Kirkland says every person on board was transported to a local hospital for treatment.
Things were moving in a wonderful, fast pace. Even though many of us, some of us seemed a little more frantic than others, everyone was trying to help in the best way they knew how.
Today, many of the children were back in class, writing about the experience, proud because they survived, and cautious because they worry it could happen again.
And guys, this emergency response effort was huge. There were 5 different fire departments, 2 law enforcement agencies, various transport units, and the Santa Rosa County Emergency Management Team working very hard to save all of these lives. Reporting live in Pensacola, Tessa Savoy, NBC 15 News.
Tessa, thanks. Okaloosa County school officials say this was the worst school bus accident they have seen in over a decade.
For the 3rd time in 5 months, a student athlete at the University of West Florida has died.
Tuesday morning, the body of Mason Hupp was discovered inside his off-campus home by a friend. As NBC 15's Andrea Ramey reports, investigators are still trying to determine how Mason died.
The pictures show a happy and healthy star athlete, which is why it's so hard for Mason Hupp's soccer coach to believe he's gone.
I was stunned, couldn't believe it. In shock, probably still am. Just expect him to walk in the door any minute, you know. Just can't believe that he's not going to.
Coach Bill Elliott says a friend of Mason's found his body Tuesday morning. The Escambia County Medical Examiner's Office is determining the cause of death. The Sheriff's Office says they don't suspect foul play. On campus, students were shocked to learn a fellow student had passed away.
Why such a promising future and then, you know, he's gone, and how quick life comes and goes.
Coach Elliott says Mason was one of his best players who helped lead the team to a 3rd-place finish in the NCAA Division II championship last year. Now he says he, along with the whole team, will miss their star player.
It's just one of those things you can't understand, you know. Just had so many things going for him, and can't just leaves you wondering why.
But what has university officials even more concerned is the number of deaths taking place on campus. This is the 3rd in 5 months. And while they're not connected, university officials want this disturbing trend to end. In Escambia County, Florida, Andrea Ramey, NBC 15 News.
In January, a member of the golf team, Danielle Smith, died in a car accident. 2 months later, Ashley Collis also died in a car wreck. She was a cross-country runner. Some welcome showers are expected to cool things off late this afternoon.
Yeah, Chief Meteorologist Jim Losnica is tracking the rain right now, and Jim, the Delta's getting pounded, isn't it?
Yeah, it's some heavy rain in the Delta, but it's not in the form of any lightning or severe weather. So right now the good news is just some rain, some welcome rain to cool things off. In fact, there's the shot from the Delta region now across the Bayway. Showers in and around, say, near Spanish Fort, now north Spanish Fort, and then back up towards Bay Minette and along Highway 225 just past White House Forks into downtown Bay Minette and west of Bay Minette. There are also more showers here off to the east of Bay Minette, out near Century and Crestview and Defuniak Springs. Again, absolutely none of these are on the severe side. Just some rounds of rain to kind of cool things off on this Thursday afternoon. Greg and Kim.
Hi, Jim. Thanks a lot. The medical field is continuing to grow in the area of nursing, and nurses now have new options in studying their craft in a state-of-the-art facility in Fairhope. As NBC 15's Leon Petit tells us, it's the only place in the southeast where you can find it.
This old Fairhope Library is now home to the most advanced educational nursing technology in the country. It's the new University of South Alabama College of Nursing Complex, and it offers something you can't get at most other schools: hands-on learning. Here, students can actually work on patients, and if they mess up, it doesn't hurt.
This is the first simulation lab with this level of simulator up and running in the state of Alabama.
These may look and sound like real people, but they're actually computerized human patient simulators. The simulators talk, cough, and bleed. Just about anything a live patient would do, so will the simulator. If you give it the wrong medications, like a real person, the results could be fatal, and the simulator will react accordingly.
Basically, it's a low-stress environment, and if they mess up, we simply hit the reset button and let them try it again.
More than 1,000 students attend the 3 USA campuses here in Fairhope. Officials here say enrollment in the nursing program has jumped by more than 73% in the last 5 years. When the word gets out about the learning techniques inside this new 20,000 square foot building, enrollment could increase even more. Reporting in Fairhope, Leon Petit, NBC 15 News.
The USA Baldwin County campus offers upper division coursework for 6 bachelor's degrees and 4 master's degrees. The way you fly is about to change.
And it all starts when you buy your tickets. That story tonight on NBC 15 Nonstop News at 10.
And later in our parting shot, this Bay Bear has fans ducking for cover.
Unlike Alabama, Florida rates their restaurants, but wait until you see why the Sunshine State gets an A+ when it comes to your dining out experience.
You're watching NBC 15 News at 6.
Here's just a few of the stories NBC 15 News covered in May. From breaking news.
The young man accused of hitting and killing 3 bicyclists in Baldwin County is out of jail tonight.
To stories you only saw on NBC 15 News.
But these days, more women are picking up a firearm.
To stories NBC 15 News showed you first.
Someone sprayed a woman while she was shopping at Walmart.
She doesn't know her attacker. She was just innocently pushing her car.
If you missed NBC 15 News, you missed the news. NBC 15 News. Breaking news. Breaking weather.
The Memorial Day sale is on right now at Bay Chevrolet. Find the arrow, find the deal. Exceptional savings on most 08 models. Get $2,500 total cash back on most 08 Impalas in stock, $2,000 total cash back on most 08 Cobalts, and $2,500 total cash back on most 08 Equinoxes and HHR LTs. Find the arrow, find the deal. Bay Chevrolet on Government Boulevard, 1/2 mile east of Hank Aaron Stadium.
With Honda's fuel-saving variable cylinder management system to help maximize fuel efficiency, you'll be spending less time in front of these and more time behind the wheel of this. The all-new 2008 Accord from Honda.
Get APR financing as low as 0.9% on all new Honda Accord sedans for well-qualified buyers.
Hello, I'm Randy McKinney. For the past few years, I've had the privilege of representing you on the Alabama State Board of Education. Our state has made great progress over the last few years, but because I've made the hard decisions regarding our 2-year college system and fought against double dipping in the legislature, Paul Hubbard and the AEA are spending vast amounts of special interest money to unseat me. I simply want to make sure every student in Alabama has the proper tools and opportunity to receive a quality education. I'm asking for your vote Tuesday, June 3rd.
Buy a Titan, get an Altima right now. The Nissan Tent event is going on across the nation. One dealer puts you in a brand new Altima at no additional cost. Chris Myers Nissan. Buy an 08 Titan at Chris Myers Nissan and you get a brand new Nissan Altima at no additional cost. Choose from the largest selection of Titans and Altimas. And during the Nissan 10 event, when you buy a Titan, you get an Altima at no additional cost. More proof. Nissan buyers save more with Chris Myers. Don't miss your chance for that Titan Altima offer only at Chris Myers Nissan.
NBC 15 News, breaking weather. NBC 15 weather with Chief Meteorologist Jim Loznica.
Well, some light pockets of rain now around the Mobile River Delta and then northward towards the city of Bay Minette here across Baldwin County. Most of the heavy rains in Baldwin County, in Bay Minette have now come to an end and sliding off to the west. And this whole line of rain is sliding north and west very casually. So that by, say, 6:40 to 7 o'clock, Chickasaw, Saraland, and even Satsuma, you could pick up on a little bit of rainfall this evening. Otherwise, our forecast is fairly tropical and fairly quiet, with the exception of the stray showers and storms through 7 o'clock. Temperatures will fall from the low 80s to the mid-70s by 10 o'clock, and whatever rain is left at 10 o'clock will be dissipating before midnight. Now, tomorrow morning, rain is not a concern. It's just going to be very balmy. Once again, low 70s at daybreak at 7 o'clock as you're back to work on your Friday commute. And by midday, really steamy. Temperatures already mid to upper 80s by midday tomorrow. Now, the rain's been very welcome today, but the problem has been several non-rain days. We've been stringing those together most of this month, with the exception of 2 big rain events. That's about it this month. So the monthly and the yearly rainfall totals in Mobile are now below normal. The month of May, we're in fact well over an inch below where we should be. And in Pensacola, year to date, we're nearly 3 inches below where we should be. Now, we're not in a drought, but I mentioned this rain issue here because the next few days we don't see much rain developing here in the Weather Center as high pressure in the Gulf starts to build back to the north and pushes a lot of this rain away to the coming days, off to the north and east in the coming days ahead. So your hour-by-hour local forecast tomorrow morning is quiet in all areas at 8 o'clock. Just some clouds kind of passing through the sky. That's about it. If any rain develops tomorrow, it will be well off to our north and east, and after 1 in the afternoon in areas between Monroeville and Bruton and east of that line out towards central and south central Alabama come Friday afternoon. So tonight will be muggy and a low of 68. Again, rain ending by 11 o'clock, and tomorrow just a couple of storms out there. Otherwise, very hot. A high in Mobile of 91, Pensacola and Gulf Shores at 86, 92 tomorrow in Atmore, 90 in Loosedale, and a pair of 91s in Monroeville and in Jackson. Here's your 7-day forecast. We go as high as 93 by Sunday afternoon. And notice the lack of rain. That's why I mentioned that rainfall forecast there a moment ago in the drought situation, because just a few storms tomorrow and a few storms next Tuesday. Otherwise, the next 7 days are hot and sticky and bone dry.
Oh, boy. All right, Jim, thanks. Well, the Jackson 5 sang about ABC. And Aretha Franklin taught us how to spell respect. So why not teach your toddler the basics with beat? And we'll show you how it's done later. And up next, good news for some Florida restaurants. Details in tonight's restaurant scorecard. Here's what's on tonight. You're watching NBC 15 News at 6.
The NBC 15 Beach Cam is brought to you by George's Water Sports and Boat Sales.
Hyundai of Daphne wants you to do the math. Add up the reasons why Hyundai is a better value. Gas-saving accents for only $10,910 after rebate and Hyundai of Daphne discount. Sporty Azeras for only $19,130 after rebate and Hyundai of Daphne discount. Or get 0% APR financing on your new Hyundai today, backed by America's best warranty. It all adds up to a great deal. Do the math and come to Hyundai of Daphne today.
Rug Decor's biggest sale ever, 50% off. Yes, half off thousands of area rugs, hundreds of styles, hundreds of colors, hundreds of sizes. Save 50% off innovative modern rug styles from Andy Warhol, machine and handmade. Now half off. Half off area rugs, plus no payments, no interest for 1 year. Factory price rollbacks and severe overstocks have made it possible. Half off thousands of rugs at Rug Decor.
Rug Decor, Gulfport, Destin, and Eastern Shore.
This is the story of a single piece of wood, separated and taken to different places, where each piece is shaped, honed, and polished, only to be sent back to end the way they began, as one perfectly matched piece. Visit your Lexus dealer today. for an exclusive look at how nothing else is built like a Lexus ES. Lease the 2008 ES for $399 a month for 36 months with $34.99 due at signing.
Oh, look at you guys scamper. Ladies and gentlemen, the firecracker. It's a big one. Firing up the fire ants. Look at that. Dude, they're swarming it. Yeah, dude, look at that. They're all over it. Go. Come on, yes. Yeah. Oh, they're all over me. Get them up. Oh.
There's a better way to kill fire ants. In fact, it's the best. Over and Out Fire Ant Killer works fast to kill the queen and colony. A single application lasts for an entire year. Nothing lasts longer. Period. Over and Out Fire Ant Killer. Keep them dead all year. Over and out.
New cars, used cars, pay just $39. Then take over payments. Only at Chris Myers Buick Pontiac GMC. To sell 100 cars by Monday night, Chris Myers has drastically discounted every vehicle in stock. Just pay a $39 acquisition sale fee. Then take over payments on hundreds of new Buick, Pontiac, GMCs, and used cars. Payments are clearly posted on every windshield. Used car payments as low as $99 a month. New car payments start at $149 a month. Pay just $39. Then take over payments. Ends Monday at 8 p.m. Rush to Chris Myers Buick Pontiac GMC.
Next, E.T., Hollywood's biggest stars in the memorial for Sidney Pollack. Plus, the women, our exclusive. Next, E.T.
Tonight at 6:30 on NBC 15.
NBC 15 News is brought to you in part by Sofas and More. Breaking news, breaking weather. You're watching NBC 15 News with Greg Peterson and Kim Thurman.
Florida kitchen cops get top grades tonight.
NBC 15's Varian Walton explains why in our exclusive restaurant scorecard.
Food health inspectors from Pensacola to Crestview were recently given a report card they're not afraid to take home to mama. When it comes to protecting your dining out experience, Florida ranks tops in the nation. Florida's turning heads for being tough, tenacious, and not taking any prisoners. Just ask the folks at New Gin Gin's restaurant in Crestview. Earlier this month, inspectors pistol whipped them with more than 44 code violations, 33 of them critical. Health officials closed their doors 2 times this month until Gin Gin's finally satisfied Florida's food police. Before Gin Gin's, Florida's officials issued an emergency order to temporarily pull the license of Mr. Teriyaki's located inside of University Mall until they cleaned up their place. They earned redemption and reinspection with the kitchen cops, but they came up short with their landlord. Mall officials pulled their lease. The feds consider Florida's Department of Business and Professional Regulation as one of the best in the nation. Florida ranks 6 out of more than 306 inspection programs around the country. They've achieved 5 out of 9 possible national retail food regulatory program standards set up by the FDA. Now, when it comes to blowing the whistle on unsanitary conditions on this side of the state line, Alabama's kitchen cops are no slackers either. All new tonight at 10, we'll tell you which Mobile restaurant served up a rating as low as 76. We'll have that and more. It's all new tonight at 10.
Whoever said learning cannot be fun. Coming up, you'll hear how kids are turning up the volume for good grades.
But first, Alabama coach Nick Saban is among the featured speakers at an event here in Mobile tonight. Kevin McDermott has a preview coming up next in sports.
Announcing the Dodge $2.99 gas guarantee.
Right now, when you buy or lease most Dodge vehicles, you'll pay just $2.99 a gallon for gas or diesel in each of the next 3 years for up to the first 12,000 miles per year.
Or get a generous cash allowance on Ram 1500.
And I get a lifetime powertrain warranty.
Get the gas guarantee or up to $5,500 cash allowance on select models plus our lifetime powertrain warranty. Hurry to your Dodge dealer and let's refuel America.
Come join American Lube Fast at the Mobile Women's Expo Saturday and Sunday, May 31st and June 1st at the Mobile Civic Center. Learn vehicle safety and maintenance tips. Get answers to all of your car questions from our experienced technicians and register to win oil changes for a year. Visit the American Lube Fast booth at the Mobile Women's Expo. See you there.
Memorial Week, 1,000 gas-sipping Toyotas. It's Palmer's Toyota Superstore's Memorial Week Price Bash. Till Monday night, 09 Camrys with 31 MPG bash to $229 a month or get 0 APR. Till Monday night, get 0 APR for 60 months on new 0800s, plus $1,000 down payment assistance. Log on at palmerstoyotasuperstore.com for hundreds of specials.
Come get huge Memorial Week savings at Palmer's Toyota Superstore, the family store.
Final days.
Sofas & More is going out of business and closing the doors forever. The final days are here and everything must be sold and removed from the premises by 6 p.m. Sunday, July 6th. Living room, bedroom, dining room furniture, mattresses, recliners, and our entire leather gallery must be immediately liquidated. Huge discounts wall to wall regardless of profit or loss. Final days, Sofas & More going out of business. Liquidation. No reasonable offer will be refused. Open today, 10 until 7, and Sundays, 12 until 6.
Isn't it nice to know there's a place where your individual checking needs are covered? For some, that means free checking, free online bill pay, plenty of ATMs. And for times when you need to tap your reserves a bit, checking that's linked to an equity line of credit. A checking package that makes a special moment possible.
Yes.
It's just the beginning of what you can expect at Regions. Regions, it's time to expect more.
Hyundai of Daphne wants you to do the math. Add up the reasons why Hyundai is a better value. Stylish Sonatas for only $13,950. Or get 0% APR on new Hyundais backed by America's best warranty. It all adds up to a great deal at Hyundai of Daphne.
NBC 15 News, breaking weather. NBC 15 Sports with Kevin McDermott.
Nick Saban is set to speak. The SEC pushes for an early signing period. Willie Anderson offers a free camp, and the Braves stop a potential sweep. It's all straight ahead in sports in 60 seconds.
Alabama coach Nick Saban will be stopping off in the Port City tonight. Saban is one of the featured speakers for the 14th annual Larsh Football Preview Banquet at the Mitchell Center. Auburn offensive coordinator Tony Franklin and South Alabama coach Joey Jones will also address the sold-out crowd. Saban, one of 9 coaches voting in favor of an early signing period for football recruits. The proposed period would occur in early November and would not replace National Signing Day in February. The proposal will next be voted on by the school president. Mobile native Willie Anderson will hold his annual offensive lineman camp at Ladd Peoples Stadium next month. The free camp will take place June 20th and 21st from 9 until noon at Ladd. The camp is open to high school linemen. Getaway day in Milwaukee for the Braves. Atlanta trying to avoid the sweep, and they do. Mark Teixeira, a big 3-run shot for the Braves in the 5th. They win it 8-1. And finally, the Sun Belt Conference pulling off an upset in the Women's College World Series today. Louisiana Lafayette downs Florida 3-2 in 8 innings. All right, it is time for the parting shot. Last night's Bay Bears game. Cesar Nicholas gets some pine tar, son. He slips the hand on the bat, and it flies over the net and into the stands. Luckily, no one hurt out at the Hank last night, but that, you've been to the Hank. You've seen how high those nets are. It goes up and over and into about the 3rd or 4th row back there.
Nobody hurt.
Nobody hurt.
Amazing.
Goodness.
People with very good reaction time at the Hank every night, except on Thursdays, right?
Yeah, Thursdays.
All right, well, Call It Music with a Mission. Up next, we'll tell you how Prince and B.B. King are teaching your kids.
Watching NBC 15 News at 6.
Hi, Michelle here for Treadwell Honda, the #1 volume Honda dealer on the Gulf Coast. Drive this 08 Accord LX today at only $209 a month or buy it for $19,998. Out the door. Get huge discounts on over 500 new Hondas only at Treadwell Honda.
Carsoup.com. Open her up. The best ingredients to sell your vehicles with ease. Sell a car, a motorcycle, a truck, a boat, and more for just $25 till your vehicle sells. With lots of local buyers and appetites to buy, your vehicle sells fast. It's in the soup. Carsoup. Come and get it. Visit Carsoup at NBC15online.com.
Everyone likes to hunt for a bargain. So this Memorial Day, we've quietly placed specially marked Chevys on our lots. You might have to look hard to find them, but when you do, you'll get great deals on most 08s. Like $4,500 cash back on most Silverados. With the best available V8 fuel economy of any full-size pickup. Find the arrow, find the deal, but only for 10 days.
See your Gulf Coast Chevy dealers.
Why is Liberal Union boss Paul Hubbard attacking conservative state school board member Randy McKinney? Because Randy McKinney has fought against corruption and sweetheart deals, leading the fight against double dipping in Alabama's 2-year college system. Randy McKinney is a conservative Republican who stands for honesty and integrity, not the good old boy network. Say no to Paul Hubbard and his lies. Say yes to conservative Republican Randy McKinney for state school board. Is it better to have a truck or a car? Chris Myers says it's not too much to ask for both during Chris Myers Dodge Chrysler Jeep's Iron Mania. Buy a Ram, get a Charger at no additional cost through Monday only. Purchase the top-selling Dodge Ram 1500 quad cab, and you get the smoking hot 08 Charger at no additional cost. Ironclad proof. Dodge buyers save more with Chris Myers. Don't miss Iron Mania and buy a Ram, get a Charger at no additional cost. Only at Chris Myers Dodge Chrysler Jeep.
Hi, Michelle here for Treadwell Honda. Drive this 08 Accord LXP, only $229 a month, or buy it for $21,198 out the door. Get huge discounts on over 500 new Hondas, all with our price protection guarantee, only at Treadwell Honda.
NBC 15 News is brought to you in part by Home Place Furniture.
Clooney and Sarah, is it over? Farrah's new paparazzi crush, inside Bill Murray's nasty divorce, Marilyn Monroe's lost footage, and the new women-only movie next.
Na 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 na. Looking good.
This is how to shake, rattle, and roll your way to better learning. Your kids can learn their ABCs at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland.
So far, some 3,000 inner-city kids have learned everything from reading and arithmetic to Aretha, all through music.
As a result, their literacy and math test scores improved by as much as 93% in just 6 months.
Kind of like Schoolhouse Rock back in the day. That's all for NBC 15 News at 6. We'll see you back here for NBC 15 Nonstop News at 10.
For another look at your 7-day forecast and tonight's top stories, go to our web channel.
We'll see you tonight.
Entertainment Tonight, the most watched entertainment news program in the world.
George and Sarah, is it really over? What we know about their reported split, plus are Harrison and Callista about to say I do? Then, Bill Murray's dirty divorce inside the new court papers. Accusations of adultery, physical abuse, and sexual addictions. Did he have a prenup? A Ted Kennedy health update in tonight's Real or Rumor, what his family is saying today.
It's been a devastating blow.
Plus, Farrah Fawcett's paparazzi crush.
Angelina's twins, Nicole's new baby at 40.
We are very excited. Very pregnant.
Hollywood is expecting. Jessica Alba, Tori Spelling, Ashley Simpson. Plus, is Adam Sandler's wife having a boy or a girl?
She's about 3.5, 4 months pregnant.
Celebrity ghost whisperer James Van Prague's warning for Britney Spears.
There are 2 ghosts on her. They're still very much attached to her.
Then, lost footage from the set of Marilyn Monroe's last movie, unseen for decades until now.
And
is this about the perfume bitch?
Meg, Ava, Deborah, Jada, Annette.
You go in there and kick her out.
Meet the all-female, all-star cast of The Women.
My water just broke.
Hello, everybody. I'm Mary Hart.
And I'm Mark Steinis. Welcome to Entertainment Tonight.
Clooney, Ford, and Sheen. Breaking couples news in Hollywood, and we have the details. Who's in, who's out, and who is saying I do. George and Sarah split. The stunning news today, sources say Clooney's year-long